Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Although many think that I repeat this many times, I will never tire of repeating, the joy of being here again, speaking to all of you. The moment is different, very different from those moments when I preached on top of a hill. Everything is very different now. But today what I say is heard, it is understood by many at least. Unfortunately, a large portion still doubts my words, still doubts that I can speak through any human. They look at this human as a sinner, as someone who would never deserve such glory. I repeat again, the moment is now different, the moment is one of transformation and evolution. We need voices and we have found our voices. There is no judgment on our part. There is no type of privilege in relation to who we choose. Each soul has its own path, has its missions, and certainly, each one we choose to be our voices, at some point already had this gift, this function of teaching, of passing on knowledge. Do not look at these people with envy or any type of feeling that may emanate a contrary energy towards them, because they are as human as you are. There are no privileges. There is nothing that makes them different from others, just the soul mission agreed upon a long time ago. Today these people are just fulfilling something they promised, something they agreed with us, and we don't see the journey, we don't judge the journey of the soul. Because if we did that, we wouldn't have anyone who could be our voice. Because all souls that lived within the third dimension made mistakes, serious mistakes, simple mistakes. They walked the road of non-light a few times, but we don't judge them. The moment is pressing, the moment is urgent. It is clear that each of these souls is perhaps suffering a much more difficult journey than the others. Exactly because they have this mission, they need to elevate themselves, they need to evolve. And all the cleaning, the structure, the evolution, is being led by us, and don't think it's being easy. For the most part, the channels on this planet will continue to be our voices for a long time to come, but they will need to expand the spectrum as far as they reach. And for this we have to take care of them with great affection and care, so that they are not affected by the negative wave that is external. They are all exposed, they are all targets, but they all have our protection. However, they have their own paths of evolution and learning. And it hasn't been easy. I repeat, the journey for them has been very complex, demanding, tiring, often exhausting. But this is necessary, because they need to evolve and move faster than others, they need to stand out from others, so that they can effectively be our voices. My sons and daughters, we are not here playing, we are not here passing messages for the sake of passing them. There is a context, there is the moment, and each moment is a moment. Many are awakening and we need to attract them to the light, to our teachings. And this is what we have done. Many will arrive eager, pressing for a response or several. Thirsty for wisdom, thirsty for understanding, and it will be these voices that represent our voices, that will guide the brothers who are arriving. No one will be a shepherd. We will be the shepherds, the channels are just our voice. They do not have the mission to attract or teach anyone anything, that is not their mission. The mission is ours through them, each of them can follow their path as they choose, they can help their brothers as they choose, and we will always be close by, guiding and helping. So for those of you coming in now who don't quite understand what's going on, I would just say listen up. But listen without judgment, listen with your heart. Just listen to our voice and you will be able to understand and understand us. For those of you who are tired of hearing what we say, just don't listen. If you think you are ready and fully understand everything, congratulations, continue your solitary walk. We do not demand that they listen to us, we do not demand that they be faithful to our words. We don't force anything on anyone, just what is important is that when you listen to what we say, let it be with your heart, not with your ego, not with your mind, because both can easily deceive you and take you off the path, exactly making them understand, you already know this all, you don't need to hear any more. This is the ego speaking, because if you knew everything, if you had learned everything, you would no longer be in the third dimension, you would already be evolved. We don't force anyone to listen to us, listen to whoever wants to. But let this listening be from the heart, because any other way, you will not understand, you will not understand and you will get tired of hearing what we say. Be aware, the ego still speaks, the ego still operates in most of your minds. Leave him in control and you will lose your way. But as we always say, each with their own choice. To close my message today, I will leave some guidelines. Listen to everything with your heart, but listen when your heart asks. Don't listen out of obligation or because you think you have to listen. Seek your own evolution, seek your own understanding, do not depend on others. You think you are weak, unintelligent in relation to some things in your world and you blame your inability to overcome that obstacle on others. Is this right? You judge, you criticize, the mistake is never yours, the incapacity is never yours, so you throw it into someone else's lap. Why? Everything is accessible to everyone, you just need to want to learn. But the ease of throwing the problem into someone else's lap is greater, so you do it and stay in that rhetoric. I don't know how to do it. Oh, I can't. This is complicated for me. It's a very calm rhetoric, as it justifies the lack of desire to overcome what you don't know, but could learn and know. Is this how you want to walk into the fifth dimension? Continuing independence, may the other person solve the obstacles, your problems? Stop and think, tomorrow there may be no communication and what will you do? Are you going to run screaming down the street asking for help or are you going to try to solve the problem? And then I would tell you that you wasted a lot of time, because you could have learned, but you didn't learn, you didn't want to learn, you always played in someone else's lap. And then the day you need to act, you won't know how, because you've always depended on others. This hasn't changed much, we talk, and you don't change. I hope that one day, when you are alone, you don't fall into despair because you don't know how to do anything, because you have always depended on the other. There is no one with little intelligence, there is a lack of wanting to learn, there is a lack of wanting to evolve and there is, above all, the desire to stay the same, because it is comfortable, it is peaceful. So think hard, what are you building on your journeys? Always depending on the help of others, in every way? Seek your own paths, seek your solutions, do not depend on others for anything. The path is yours and understand one thing, if that obstacle appeared in your path it is because it is telling you, your chance has come to overcome me. Because Father or Mother God doesn't put anything in your path that you can't overcome. Now if you play for someone else, it will continue to appear in your path and become stronger and stronger, so that you can learn and overcome that obstacle. This is the path of a soul, evolution, not that accommodation that someone else always does for you. So, finishing once again, listen to our messages, but listen with your heart, not out of obligation, not out of habit, not with your mind.